We're done for. Everyone get out.
Greetings, programs! Welcome to the next part of FTL. This is, I think, episode 5. We are in Sector 6. We're actually at the end of Sector 6. And we're not that far off seeing the final boss, the flagship. So, I've got a couple of sectors I could jump to before we go to the exit, so we'll do that. We've got a decent amount of fuel, decent amount of missiles. I think we're in pretty good shape overall. Small rebel research station. A rebel ship spots us and moves into attack. Okay, so we have all of the ion blasters, so we're just going to stick with that strategy. Let's see, they've got a defense drone, but I think, should we try the fire beam thing? Actually, that could be fun. Let's take down the burst laser. So we'll put the ion blasters on not enough system power. What do you mean? Oh, that's because I'm pressing the wrong hotkey. Ah, well done me. Heavy ion there, and we shall launch. Ooh, that's a boarding drone of some kind. Okay. Actually, we'll put an ion blaster on there, because if we can basically keep their drone thing ionized, we don't have to worry about that boarding drone. That's an interesting looking ion intruder. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. We are taking some hull damage though, which is not too great. My fire drone is apparently down. Okay, let's pop out a defense drone. And what else could we be doing right now? Just waiting for the shields to come back up, basically. Okay. No, if we can, there we go. Okay, shall we forget the heavy ion? Let's just, where are we? Oh, no, that is an empty room. Well done. Okay, well, just pummel their weapons with that one as well. Right, I'm actually taking a bit of a beating here, but because we're having to deal with all of these things at once, and also they've got a flat gun which does potentially a boatload of damage. Right, we're repairing, we're not doing okay, we're more or less keeping their systems suppressed. Okay, no fuel in that lot though, so we will not accept surrender. We'll put that ion blaster on their pilot station so they can't get away. So we're just basically keeping everything suppressed at this point. And, no, okay. I thought that might be the one that took them out, but no. Next blast. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I did take a bit more hull damage than I'd have liked there, to be honest, but these systems can be a little bit tricky to fight in. So, we will just repair up, I guess, because we are... I mean, it's kind of annoying, these systems, but we're actually otherwise okay. Right, if I can get Zetian, probably should get them out of there actually. Don't die! If I send in Rehoboam, actually, he's got more hit points, so therefore, yeah. Menelik was engines, yes, that's right. More hit points means they can survive in an airless room for longer, basically. So that's alright then. Yes, we just keep getting ion blasted, which is fun. I'll have to time my jump so I'm not jumping into the next system with all my systems like ionized, because that could put me at a serious disadvantage. Right, there we go, that's fixed. We'll just heal up Rehoboam, get Zetian in there, and then we can jump to the next star. I've actually been, I know, there we go. Yeah, my pilot station was ionized, so I actually couldn't. So I'll get those three up, and we will jump to an unvisited location. See what happens. Low on fuel and have a proposition. I don't really need 2 drone parts, to be honest, and I need the fuel more than I need the other thing, so we'll just stick with that. And we'll let the shields stop being ionized as well. I didn't realise they were. That could have been very dangerous, actually, jumping into a system with ionized shields. That could have been distinctly nasty. I've also got a bunch of scrap, so maybe at the start of the next sector we'll think about doing some ship upgrades. There were various suggestions in the comments under the last video about cloaking devices, especially. One or two people seem to think I should get a cloaking device. I've never really used cloaking devices that much, but if I come across one and I've got enough scrap, maybe. But I do kind of have other priorities. A ship with conspicuous pirate markings. Equipment available for sale. Hail the ship. Attack him before he can attack. He's a pirate. Let's attack the pirate. Right, he's got some kind of ion weapon and a couple of laser weapons. So we'll just pop out the defense drone, go with the ion blaster strategy. We're not gonna take a risk on this one because that ended up costing us a bunch of hull points last time. And our defense drone can take down incoming ion blasts as well. So they've basically what I've got, an ion blaster. Although it's quite fast firing one. And their shields are quite fast regenerating as well. They've actually got 3 shields, so they could be quite a tough... You'd have to take their shields down in order to get your fire drone to be useful. I think what we'll do is we'll see if we can't put 3 extra bars into drones, because if I could get a defense drone and a fire drone going at the same time, that gives me a very interesting set of options. Because at the moment I'm having to do a choice between the two, and it's kind of slightly limiting my strategies. No fuel though. No, we'll just go with this. We'll just blow them out the sky, pirates. Take that, Jack Sparrow. Yeah. There we go. I actually did get some fuel from blowing them up. I got more scrap and I got a drone part, so that was definitely worth continuing on with the attack that time. So we are going on to the next sector. This is the penultimate sector. I think what I'll aim to do with this video is it'll probably be a little shorter than normal because I've been going for now half an hour videos. What we'll do is we'll control the next sector, and we will then have in the final video of this particular voyage we will do the final sector. I'll actually go through the slug controlled sector because we might have a chance to get a slug crewman, and that could be interesting. I'd probably have to give up one of my well, either one of my rockmen or one of my Zoltans. And what are my Zoltan specializations? We've got well, Rehoboam actually maybe we could put off the ship. He's got some kind of decent general skills, but Sargon's got the maxed out weapon skills, so I think Sargon would be the keeper, and Rehoboam we would send on his way, much as we did with Ramses. But they're not going to complain about the chance to get off alive before we encounter the final boss, especially, I expect. Anyway, let us have a look. This is going to be interesting. I think we'll just jump to that sector there. Hopefully we get a shop soon as well, because we could do with repairing. Actually, excuse me while I have some tea. Best way to play this game is have a cup of tea to hand, so that way if it all goes horribly wrong you can just console yourself with a slurp of tea. Let's have a quick look at what would it cost for an extra 3 drone control. Let's see, that's 135. That's less than half the scrap I have actually got at the moment, so we will do that. And could I put an extra one into, say, the thing at the moment is having both of them going. I can squeeze out an extra power bar by disabling the that thing. The med bay, there we go. And someone else said I should probably put some more into engines as well. So I think we want more engines and we want more reactor bars at this point. So if I do say 1 engine and then maybe put 2 into reactor bars. Yeah, and that way I've got an okay supply of scrap if anything else happens. So I could potentially say do that, and that gives me 5 bars, so I'd have to shut something else down, but I could maybe steal a bar from the artillery beam for that to work in this particular case. So we'll just we'll just leave it like that for now, and hope that we get a store sooner rather than later. Distress beacon. I think for this one we're gonna have to kind of go down and around in order to take in a decent number of systems. But the fact that there's a lot of nebulae in this particular area is going to make it interesting. So, a slug pirate ship, I guess we could call it. Oh, intrudulators. Oh right, not intrudulators. They've actually got. They've got them things. Should we try the strategy? Should we try it out? This could be risky, but we'll actually steal one from the artillery beam. We will. We won't pop out a fire drone just now because it would actually be a bit useless. But we'll put an ion blaster. We'll put the heavy ion on the shields. We'll put one ion blaster on weapons and the other ion blaster on mind control. And I've done something wrong there, haven't I? Oh, heavy ion is 4. Okay, there we go. I just I'm using the. It's quite nice. It maps to the basically your num keys. The top row, not the number pad, and you can. It's quite useful, but you have to sometimes pay attention to which keys you're actually, hitting. Ooh, they have bombs. Bombs is not good. Right, get Zetian out of there. Rehoboam going in there to put out the fire. The O2 plant is down, and that is not good. How are we doing? Right, if we can keep their weapons and everything suppressed. Also, we can launch the fire drone now. That's quite funny. I hadn't even put more power in the thing. It's just Zetian was powering it himself, or herself rather. Whoop, not enough power. If I steal one from there. Alright, put one there. And, oh no wait, that's where Zetian normally lives. Anyway, we are doing a number on these guys, that's alright. I could actually... no, we'll leave that for now. But this fire beam's going to be doing a number on them. We'll actually disable that, the artillery beam. Because what my hope is that if I can basically set their entire ship on fire, kill all their crew, and they do have a clone bay, but if the clone bay is knocked out, then if they die, then they're dead. Which is it's kind of the risk of using a clone bay if it gets knocked out. So they're going to be concentrating on trying to keep that alive, but my fire drone is just absolutely doing a number on them. And if I can kill all the crew, I can get more scrap. Basically, that's my plan. So I do seem to be doing all right with this strategy, and being able to have both drones up at the same time. Not that I particularly need the defense drone now, but yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? Let's just get Rhea. I'll put them both in there actually. Get Zenobia back in there. Well, I think we've only taken 1 point of hull damage in this, which is not bad. There we go. We're just... they must be in so much pain right now. They're just desperately trying to fix everything. The fire drone is just like, nope. The ion beams are just like, nope. Yeah. The question is, will I be able to kill all their crew before their ship breaks apart? Because every time one of these modules goes red, they lose a hull point, basically. And it might end up that oh, there we go. It might have ended up that their ship would break apart before I could actually kill them by fire. But no, it worked. 65 scrap and 2 fuel and 1 drone part. That is not half bad. Oh, gee, that's gratitude. Well, I suppose for Rockmen it kind of is gratitude. That's like the best you're going to get from Rockmen. I don't know if we actually recover the fire drone though. We'll see. So we'll jump to, I guess that sector there, and we'll see what happens. Having said, oh, we'll just, this might be a shorter video than normal. Actually, we're nearly at 15 minutes already, so it might be exactly the same length as normal. Black market weapons trader. Purchase an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. I think I'm actually quite satisfied with my weapons loadout. Even though it's fairly basic, it's a couple of ion weapons and a burst laser, which was... Let's not forget, that's the weapon I started out with. We'll go with attack the ship, because more more scrap is good at the moment. We'll try that same strategy again. And the fact that I've got a cloaking device is going to make things a little more interesting. So let's get some targets painted. Let's stick the ion blaster there, and we'll stick the heavy ion on their cloak. And then we'll pop out a fire drone when their shields are down, and we can do the maximum amount of damage. But for an enemy like this, I mean, ooh, good thing that missed. When they've got missiles, especially, because as I've said in previous episodes, missiles ignore shields, and that's bad. And the thing with cloaking as well is the fact that they can repair whilst cloaked. So if we can take that cloak down. Okay, apparently that was quite funny actually, my ion blast destroyed their missile. You can't really that's RNG. You can't really try and get that to happen deliberately. Right, here we go. Shields are down. We can start ionizing things now. Oh, they're cloaked, which is annoying. The cloak is annoying. We need to take the cloak down basically, because otherwise if the cloak goes up, that gives them time to shake off that ionization effect. But no, we'll just keep that up. We're not taking any hull damage. This is very comfortable right now. Shield's going back up, but that's fine. Ion blasters are fairly fast. The artillery beam's giving them something to think about. So we'll take that off and launch the fire drone. And I've actually got effectively a spare power bar at the moment, which is quite nice. Oh, we're not taking down that cloak very well though, which is kind of annoying. We're still able to use that apparently. Anyway, there's the fire drone going to work. This is going to give them something to think about. The fact that they're now on fire. Although we need to keep their shields down for this to actually work. Whoop! Don't want to lose the fire drone so early, that would be annoying. So yeah, we're just all of the fire. All of it. I'm not a pyromaniac, you guys. Honest. This is not going particularly quickly, this fight, but we haven't yet taken a single point of hull damage, despite the fact they have a missile launcher. So we're actually, this seems a good setup. And my evasion has gone up as well. That was actually something I was neglecting, was putting more power to engines, yeah, to increasing the evasion chance. And the fact that Menelik has now got maxed out engine skill has also helped, but that could go up a little bit higher. I think I can't remember what the maximum is on evasion, but the ability to evade enemy shots, especially when it's going to be the flagship I'm dealing with, that's going to be quite important. So actually, yeah, we will. I mean, we'll repair. We'll maybe think about getting a cloak if I come across a store that sells one, but I think it would be really useful to concentrate on upgrading engines, maybe a couple more power bars in the reactor as well. And if I can get, the reason I came to this sector is if I can get a Slugman member of the crew, then we can get that achievement that you get for having like all of the races in the game, bar the Crystal Men, because they're a special species. And that actually lets me unlock, I think it lets me unlock another ship configuration. That'll be it, because I've already got one of the in-game achievements, and it's the in-game achievements that let you unlock the alternate configurations of ships, and I'm quite bad at getting those actually, to be honest. I don't do very well at that at all. So there we go, that's their O2 plant down. That's going to cause them some conniptions. It's a word, damn it. And this cloak is actually really slowing things down, rather. The opposite of speeding things up. We are getting there, though. I mean, this is a more lengthy strategy, but I kind of want to stick with it because more scrap. And at this stage of the game, the more scrap I can get, the better. Because the more scrap I can get, the more, the better shape I can be in for facing that final boss, because the final boss is tough. I think what we'll do for the next voyage, by the way, and this is something I also mentioned in the last episode, is I will definitely go and get Captain's Edition, and I'll probably have a little play with it myself before going and doing a recording. There we go, killed them all. 68 scrap. So it is worth pursuing this strategy. If you can burn them out, if you can kill their crew, either by killing them with fire or by knocking out their O2, and that's a lot harder, especially if they've got a med bay as well. But yeah, I'll stick with this strategy where I can of maximising my scrap intake, and also, like I said, yeah, Captain's Edition. I will have a play around with it because I don't want to just jump in and not have a clue what I'm doing. I don't think it changes things that radically. It's just kind of more different kinds of things, and I know there's some different kind of mechanics in there. I know there's things like space stations which are new. Right, here we go. Oh, that means they're going to get the first shot, so we'll pop out a defense drone. We will get the ion blasters, and they've actually got a clone bay, so if we have another long fight, I'll probably just do a jump cut, because it's basically me kind of like filling in time while the fight's going on. Although you get to hear the music, which is very nice. But yeah, if it is another long fight, then we'll just do that, to be honest. These guys don't have a cloak, though, so it shouldn't take nearly as long. There we go, their shield's down already. Got the fire drone out. This should go a lot quicker. They don't have a med bay. The clone bay, I mean, once you've knocked out their clone bay, once you start killing crew from that point, that's it, they're dead. So we'll just, yeah, it's almost a pity you can't direct the fire drone to actually target specific areas, but drones are entirely autonomous in that regard. Anyway, don't stand in front of the weapon. I wonder what happens if the ion blast hits the drone. Would it destroy the drone or just temporarily disable it? I don't know, because if it's something like a laser weapon or a missile, it would definitely just pow, destroy it. But ion blasters, I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, I really wish I could see the interior of their ship, but because we're in a nebula, it's just not possible. I'd have to have, if you have a slug crewman on board, you can see dots that represent the enemy crew, so I could at least see how many enemy crew were left alive. But there's no way, when you're in a nebula, you can't see the actual interior of a ship, which is sort of annoying. Anyway, let's just keep blasting away. They're apparently not really having any problems with... mind you, I can't tell. I can't tell if they're having problems with my blasters or not. My fire drone. Oh, also my fire drone got knocked out, so that would be also another thing why they're not having any problems. So let's launch another one. I am slowly losing drone parts, but the fact I've got this drone recovery arm means I've had to spend so much less scrap on drones just because I haven't really been using that many. They've just kind of been very slowly going down, because you will occasionally get drones knocked out regardless of what you do. But look at this, this is just pew 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 over and over again, ions all over the place. Yeah, I really wish we could see the interior though, that would be a lot of fun. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll do a quick jump cut to the point where we've destroyed this guy, because it's just more of the same. This is more of a slow but sure strategy. Anyway, see you guys in a moment. And there we go, we've taken them out, and look at that, 87 scrap and 4 fuel. What a haul, that was really nice. And I didn't take a single point of damage again, so yeah, this actually, having said, oh, I'll probably get through this sector in one episode, I probably won't, you know. I might end up, this might end up being, I had in mind that there would be this episode, which would be the penultimate episode, and then I'd do another episode, and that would be the final sector, but actually it might be like another 2 episodes after this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I could kind of jump over that way. There's a couple of sectors there. I guess we will. It's a pity we haven't found a store yet, though. I really could do with the store, but we'll try this sector here. I mean, we did really well out of that particular one. No. Absolutely nothing in this sector at all. Oh, look at the scrap we've been getting as well. This is actually... it's almost a pity we didn't get drones earlier, and I can't remember if I had fire drones that early on though, but this is such a good way of getting scrap. If you can burn out their ships consistently. We'll actually think about investing some more scrap in our ship. I think we'll put one we're not really bothered about pilot control and auto evasion because I've got a good full crew here, so that isn't really a concern. But extra doors might be really useful because we're going to have, especially when we meet the flagship. I think they are likely to have boarding drones, and they can be a pain to deal with. The artillery beam, that's a heavy investment, but if we can fire that off a lot quicker, we can do a lot more damage. Piloting, yes. I think maybe like a pair of reactor bars there. So we have now got 40% evasion, and you can see that the difference that makes with the artillery beam, and that leaves us with 4 power bars left over. So we'll basically be stealing stuff from potentially the artillery beam and the med bay. We'll just leave those powered by default, but we can jiggle around the power bars and play with that a bit. And I've still got 96 scrap left over, so we'll jump down this way. I could do with repairing the hull though. Oh, intruders on board. Okay. And this is okay. So pop out defense drone. They do have. That's a lot of weapons. Maybe I should just concentrate on taking them down with a burst laser, or I don't know. What do you reckon? I mean, the high scrap strategy is going to be a fairly powerful one. So no, okay, we'll stick with this. But again, I think we'll just do a jump cut while we're taking these guys down, because we learned last time how long it takes with the cloak especially, and the fact I've only got 3 ion weapons, but there's 4 different systems I could do with taking down. I guess we'll concentrate on taking down their mind control system with the ions. So we'll put the heavy on the weapons, 1 on shields, 1 on mind control. Yeah, mind control is going to be the more annoying. So I will just do a jump cut here because I suspect this is going to take a while. If anything interesting happens though, we'll ooh, full damage. We'll come back into it. Okay, I've got intruders, actual intruders. I didn't notice, but they've got a teleporter as well. Although, do they have a teleporter? How did those guys get on board? I don't know, this is slightly confusing. Also, they keep mind controlling Zetian. I have not actually been able to repair oxygen yet. So this is I've taken slightly more hull damage, but it's not going too badly, all things considered. My main worry is the fact that oxygen levels are rapidly dropping. And Zenobia's not healing because I don't have any points in... Why don't I have any... what? I don't understand why that isn't... Why can't I put power in that? Off! Cannot heal crew. Oh, temporarily disabled by enemy or location, but they don't have a hacking module, so I don't understand why it's showing me that, to be honest. Anyway, I didn't mean to open that door. Let's just continue on then and hope that I don't lose anybody. Anyway, let's jump ahead again. This is not going entirely according to plan, but it's not exactly going disastrously either. We'll just stick with it and hope that we can prevail. Okay, we've just about got them on the ropes. My crew is looking a bit battered in places. I've lost a tiny amount of hull health, but we might actually end up destroying them rather than getting them with the fire drone, which is a bit disappointing. But I mean, I got them several times with the artillery beam and then turned it off. Probably a little bit too late, but getting these guys, I mean, these guys have been... I think it must have been an event when I jumped in that disabled the med bay, and I just didn't notice, because it sometimes does that. It'll have the effect of like a hacking whatever without actually having the module. It'll say, oh, they've disabled your systems. Yeah, I think they might just break apart, to be honest. Whoop. Let's get Devarea out of there. That I can fix, but at the moment, crew members I can't heal, so I don't mind losing a shield. I'd mind losing a crew member more, to be honest. Now, yeah, they broke apart. Oh well. That strategy didn't work quite so well that time, but the cloak did kind of foul things up. However, I still got 76 scrap, which is fairly generous. So let's just get everyone healed and get this ship underway. because we're nearly there. I think we'll I'll record for another couple of minutes. I think we'll do like one more sector, and we're actually not, we're maybe halfway through this sector in terms of like systems I could visit. Oh, a store. Okay, we'll go to the store, and then I think we'll wrap up this episode here, and then you know what, we probably will get it all done in the next episode. I might just do the next episode. I might just do one more episode, but make it an extra long episode because it'll have the final boss fight in it. So instead of doing 2 more episodes, I'll just do 1, but make it a longer one, I think. So we can get fully repaired, fix all. Crew teleporter, no. Backup battery, don't really need. Clone bay, we're not going to get. Combat drone, anti-drone, system repair drone, no, and no slug crew, which is slightly disappointing. We'll get some more fuel, because more fuel is never a bad thing. Maybe one more drone, but I've got so many missiles I've just never had a use for, and I thought, oh, I'll have so many opportunities to sell missiles, and I just never have, which is also slightly disappointing. So, I could leave it like this actually, because that's fairly fast charging now, so I could still stick with my ion strategy but rely on the artillery beam to take down an enemy and not use anything else apart from maybe defense drones. I don't know, but we've repaired the hull. Shall we do, we'll just do one more sector, just one more, and we'll see what is in there and if there is an interesting fight. Oh, a rebel ship. Okay, they managed to run. Or did they? Are we fighting? I don't know. I'm confused. What's happening right now? This is... Apparently I couldn't maintain sensor lock and I see them, but they are not fightable. So... yeah, I don't know. I guess we just jump? I feel slightly cheated there. We will do another one because I see there was yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh! They've disabled O2. Okay, no, screw the ion strategy. We need to just blast the hell out of them. Launch a defense drone because they've just knocked out my O2 capability. So we are on a countdown for this one. Ion blaster on shields. That's not shields. That's weapons. That's shields, and we will put a burst laser on their weapons as well. So we'll just concentrate on knocking these guys out the sky, and I've got my artillery beam going as well, which is now got a 20-second cooldown, so that's not that fast firing, but it's still 3 times a minute, so that's all right. That actually does cut through shields somewhat as well, so yeah, their fire beam's not going to get through my shields. The question is, can my shields stay up under the... They've only got 1 ion thing though, but it might be like a charge ion thing. I'm not sure, I don't really recognise that. But let's just concentrate on getting these guys out the sky, because my oxygen's down to 50% already. We've got to do this. Worst comes to worst, I mean, if it gets down to about 20%, we will just jump, to be honest. But I think we might do it, you know. I think we might. It's going to be close, it's going to be tight. But that's one more blast, the artillery beam will have them. 27%, 26%, there we go. We might have to jump though, like sharpish. Oh no, there we go, oxygen levels going back up. And we didn't quite get to the critical level, we did that just in time. Of course, even if everyone else had died, Matilda would have been fine. A bit lonely, but she would have been fine. Anyway, we'll wrap up this episode here with the cuts. I think this may be... I'm hoping it'll be just around the half-an-hour mark. I'm just kind of slightly guesstimating, but it should be. And then the next episode, we'll just go straight through to the end. We'll disregard episode length. We'll just go for it. We'll go for the Rebel flagship. We'll try and take down that bad boy. And hopefully win the game, and then we can start thinking about our next voyage. So if you enjoyed this episode, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment below, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.